Ho ho! Happy New Year, viewers! Welcome on our YouTube channel, Otto'sFarms. We wish you a successful and a prosperous Happy New Year in poultry farming. Hello viewers, welcome once more on our YouTube channel, Otto'sFarms. Today in this video, we will be talking to you about how much we spend in order for us to raise our layer chicks from day 1 to the 16 weeks of age when they began to lay. Stay tuned and watch. Welcome back viewers. So as we earlier said at the beginning of this video, we shall be talking about the expenditure cost of raising 3,000 layers from day 1 to 112 days, which is exactly 16 weeks. It should be noted here that one of the main factors to begin poultry farming is land. Yeah, land, which we are not going to talk about in this video, given the fact that this factor varies according to the location or country. Let us examine some of the main factors that contributed to the expenditure cost of raising 30,000 layers here at Otto'sFarms from day 1 to day 112. First, cost of chicks and transportation. Talking about this factor here in Cameroon, dollar from where we purchased our layers chicks produced by the company Agrocam required of us to buy from a middleman at a price of 750 francs, making it a total of 2,250,000 francs, while the transportation cost from Douala to Boya was 30,000 francs. Second, cost of brooding. Brooding doesn't require a lot of expenditure as it depends on the type of materials used. Here at Otto'sFarms, we made use of cardboard papers, sawdust, and trampoline at a total cost of 65,000 francs. For those who haven't yet subscribed, please do click on our notification button to get notified. Cardboard could be made out of cartons, while sawdust should be of a specific quality, which is from white wood and dry sawdust. Moreover, thermometers are necessary in order to determine the temperature of the brooding space, which will help you know if your chicks are feeling too hot or cold. Talking about hot or cold, let us examine the cost of heating as the third factor. In order to heat our layers, we made use of firewood, gas, and electrical equipment at different periods within 2 months, given the fact that it was during the rainy season. This made a total cost of 344,000 francs. Nevertheless, it should be noted that this total cost included our wood burning stand pot alongside the cost of our gas bottle, propane, electricity bill, and drinker stand. I'm sure some people will be asking about the cost of drinkers and feeders, of which we will not mention in this video because we simply made use of what we had already acquired during our early years in poultry farming. In addition, thermometer could be obtained at any veterinary shop at lower prices. Please viewers, comment on our videos, like them and share massively, while those of you who haven't yet subscribed, please do and help us reach more than 1,000 subscribers before the end of this year. Thank you all in advance as we bring to you more insights on poultry farming business from Otto'sFarms. The third factor and one of the most important which made up our expenditure cost is feeding. So the cost of feeding from starter to grower then finisher made a total of 11,389,070 francs, which we produce at a local feed mill around our vicinity in Boya. Talking about feeds, it is advisable to follow up the quality and processing of the feed components, such as the maize if it is well dry, alongside the granules, because if they are not of good quality, it will affect the health, growth, or still production rates of the layers. At the mention of health, let's dive into the cost of vaccination and medications as a feed factor of our expenditure cost, being one of the most vital factors in poultry farming, which determines the lifespan and egg production rate of our 3,000 layers. So it should be noted here that in total we made an expenditure cost on vaccination and medication of 1,373,000 francs. This cost was due to the fact that we administered both oral and injectable vaccine to our layers in order to build up properly their immune system and egg laying quality and quantity. Moreover, the fact that we had 3,000 layers, we purchased vaccine at 1,000 doses with a total of 3,000 doses, which we administered injectably into the muzzles of our layers at the back of their necks and also their legs. Medications such as antibiotics and multivitamins were also purchased at veterinary stores at bulk quantity so as to curb the expenditure costs if bought on retails. Talking about water as a seed factor to our expenditure costs, we spent 100,000 francs to raise our layers from day 1 to the 16 weeks when they began to lay. Water was obtained from healthy sources such as community pipelines and well-filtered streams. Nevertheless, it is good to have water tanks where water could be stored in case if you are in shortage of water from your main sources. As food is very vital to the health of our layers, so too is water, because bacteria can attack our flocks through water sources. That is why we always make sure to give them clean and pure water inside clean drinkers, which we wash after some days with detergents and sterilizers. Moreover, it is advisable to stand the drinkers on top of a block in order to avoid sawdust particles to get into the drinkers. As for the cost of litter, being our seventh factor on expenditure cost, we made use of wood shavings, which we purchased at 85,000 francs. Buying more than enough wood shavings or sawdust for litter is very important because it is always in use, especially when the litter in the housing of the layers gets wet and needs to be changed. Moreover, the litter in your poultry housing has to have a depth of about 2.5 centimeters in order to keep the layers warm, especially during their early stage. In addition, the litter must be well dried so as to curb the growth of bacteria and parasites, which may be very harmful to your flocks. More to that, wood shavings reduces smell as it reduces the ammonia in the air that comes out of the poultry droppings. Miscellaneous here will imply disinfectants, detergents, boots, slippers, buckets, soaps, amongst others, which cost 250,000 francs. Having good disinfectants will enable you to disinfect your used vaccines bottles before disposal in order to avoid dangerous bacteria which may develop over a long term. However, it is important to note that when you use vaccines bottles, make sure to dispose them very far from your poultry farm. So to conclude, with the total expenditure cost to raise 3,000 layers from day 1 to 112 days, which is 16 weeks when they begin to lay, we spent 15,892,070 francs here at Otto's Farm to raise our layers.
In addition, one of the factors that has contributed enormously in raising our layers is their feed. Recently, feed has skyrocketed, given the fact that in 2022, a kilogram of corn was sold at 195 francs, but recently it has climbed from 260 francs to 300. This has impacted our expenditure costs greatly. So viewers, for those who want to know how to raise layers from day one to the laying stage. That is the stage at which they grow like this and begin to lay. Please go through our videos on YouTube, and for those who haven't yet subscribed, please do subscribe, like our videos, and do comment so that we can improve more better on our information. Thanks for watching. Please keep tuning on Otto'sFarms channel on YouTube. Bye.